Hey folks, the level of completion is looking a lot better than before, but everything is looking kind of dark, so I'm going to kind of see how I can sort of contrast things a bit. I wonder how I can do this here. Hue, saturation, brightness, color brightness. I wonder if there's like a way to just do here curves. I think this is it. Yeah, I think this is the one. And I've never really played with Procreate's curves before, so I'm going to try to figure out how it works right now. I want it to be brighter. I want his highlights to be brighter. So if I put this up, it looks like the highlights are getting brighter here. There, I think if I pull this way, this is what I want. I kind of want that contrast to be a little bit stronger. Oh, it looks like you can push it for each color here. I'm just going to leave it like normal, but oh, you know what? Maybe we want to pull the blue a little bit. Don't really know how this works, but just got to play with it. That's kind of how we find out. I think that looks better already. Apply. Oh, this is how we can turn off the preview. Oh yeah, definitely improve that there. Wow, I was really not putting any contrast in there. Okay, so we'll apply that. Okay, so that's, how do we finish this? There. Okay. So now we can like take these colors and just sort of brush in corrections. It's nice to have my fingers eyedropper. My muscle memory and workflow are already kind of changing because I have it set. I'm using my middle finger right now as an eyedropper, so kind of getting used to that. I can use my index finger as well. I think my index finger is a little bit better. Yeah. We're gonna keep playing around with the colors here. I think this is good. I think, yeah, we're gonna start putting some highlights in his little chest plate armor thing. Don't really know what to call it. Is he too purple? I think he might be too purple though. I think we're gonna turn down the saturation. Change the hue towards a bit more the blue, and then we're gonna turn down the saturation. Yeah, I don't want him to look too purple. Okay, we're gonna make a little bit more highlights though on his head. I'm okay with my current coloring brush. It's not ideal, but I think this is good enough for me to finish the whole thing. Because we're approaching completion now. This commission has taken way too long just because my schedule is not the best, but we need to make some changes to our schedule now. My commissions are very open, so after I finish this one, I'm actually blank, and I'm gonna start do more marketing time. When I have commissions, I just need to prioritize doing them, and then when I don't have commissions, I either do sellable work or marketing time, and I need to allot time for both. So we're gonna figure it out after this. But for now, since I have this commission, we're gonna just finish it. Make sure I need to get... Yeah, I have pressure sensitivity here too. So this is my highlight color. We're gonna add a little bit of that one in here. I usually don't do too much rendering, and honestly my rendering is like not really that good, so I'm gonna try to keep things fairly flat, actually. I don't have a lot of background in painting and rendering, so oftentimes when I do paintings, I just keep it fairly flat. Just enough to get the point across, and especially this format, because the commission's completed. The completion of this one is going to be like kind of sized down like 4 times, so I don't really need to go crazy about details on this piece. So that said, I want to make sure my brightness, my screen brightness is all the way up. I'm in daylight right now, so everything's kind of like not bright enough. So I'm gonna have to check this later when the light kind of goes down to see like how my colors are looking. Yeah, everything might look kind of wonky right now. Now here we have highlights, so I'm gonna go ahead and now, sometimes for highlights like this I might use an overlay layer, and since this like armor piece is like multicolored, I might use an overlay layer. Let's give it a shot. How do I group these together? Can I set it so that they're clipping mask so that it attaches, yeah, to the layer below. So now that we have that one, I'm gonna set this one to an overlay, and then we're gonna use the overlay to add some highlights here onto the armor. I'm gonna use like a light blue, kind of what my lighting is supposed to be. Less saturated, yeah, something like that. Erase it off the fingers there. I'm going to use a small brush. I'm going to get highlights here on these little ridges that I made. I'm working fairly quickly here. I don't know if I should be working quickly though. I mean, I considering what I'm getting paid for this one, I think I can afford to work a little bit quickly, but when it comes to accuracy, one of my coworkers used this phrase, speed up by slowing down. And I always have this like sense of urgency that I need to be fast all the time, which is true. But then if my work ends up being rushed and decreases the quality, then the metric of accuracy in my life goes down. So it's like I need to make sure I'm balancing that out with proper quality work. And speeding up by slowing down means making sure I'm like doing essential steps and making sure everything looks good. So I do want like a hard highlight on some of these. Like here, yeah, I'm just gonna increase the highlight a bit. Erase that one a little bit. Get some occlusion there. Just kind of scribbling it in. Get some more contrast in there. Let's get some shadows. Just erasing those overlay layers. Okay, so here, I think I can sort of intensify the lighting here on his sleeves, on his hand. Now, what I'm wondering is what happens if I merge this? What if I merge the group? Does that work? Oh, it does work. So the clipping mask applies. Okay, so that's good. I think that's fine. I kind of want to pull the reds out a little bit. Like this. Kind of want to get a little bit more red in there. Now, using overlay layers is just one of those tricks, but I want to really get good at just selecting the right color, so I'm just forcing myself right now to just choose a red and paint it in manually. It's one of the great challenges of like actually trying to be a painter and like taking all lighting into account and then having to mix the right colors. It's just really hard, and I use overlay layers and multiply layers just to make things a bit easier on myself. Speaking of, I think that's good enough. This cuff here I want to be shinier, so let's go ahead and make it like this color here, maybe a little blue in there. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe too far though. Like that, and we'll add like a little highlight there. shiny cuff. I'm getting used to the workflow of Procreate, but it's, you know, I haven't been working on Procreate for years, but I feel like since I'm getting used to it already, and just in digital art in general, I'm kind of used to. Hopefully we can get a workflow that's like really nice and smooth. You guys have been seeing my workflow evolve over time. So we're gonna grab this color here. Let's get a strong highlight. I want that to look metallic. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Now the nautiloid. We're going to bring out the colors a bit more too. So I think here I want the shell to look like a bit more on the like tan side, light tan. So we're going to like push these colors out. I don't want to veer too far from the purplish that I have though, so let's go like this. Yeah, that's better. Just gonna sort of lightly brush it in. Just adding some lighting here. I'm gonna strengthen the lighting as I go. I'm very loose with Procreate because I don't know why, it just feels different. Maybe because I'm not zooming in, which is actually a good thing. It saves a lot of time if you don't zoom in. If you're not obsessive about zooming in, which I used to be, or at least on Krita, like I'm always like zooming in and out and stuff, and it's nice just to have it like this, where it's just you can see the whole thing, you don't zoom in, and you know, have some confidence in your strokes and your decisions when you can see the whole thing. Now here, I don't know, I think maybe reddish hues. So I kind of push that structure. Yeah, I think the reddish is nice. And here we're gonna get some dark shadows in here. Desaturate it. It's already pretty dark in there, so we're just gonna go. And then I might make some highlights to show the structure, maybe the reddish. Like this. And again, we don't have to go crazy with detail because this thing is going to be sized down. Now this red part, I want to be more red. Some strong red highlight in there. Let's go more red. We can go really strong on the red here. So more of the nautiloid will go. We'll go with this color, like the shell. Yeah, I think this is okay. I might use the eyedropper a little bit. Yeah, not bad. Now we want to highlight the tentacles. Let's let these look like really funky. Maybe this purplish, reddish color. That's too pink. Maybe get more on this end. I'm gonna lightly use light pressure here because I don't want that color to be too strong. I do like my coloring brush. It's not bad. Because I know it has both size sensitivity and pressure sensitivity, so yeah, I might zoom in now, get some highlights on the tentacles because we want them to look like slimy. Now I am on my work break. I'm gonna check the time right now because I gotta go back to work. Oh, I have plenty of time. I have about 20 minutes actually. So we're good. I'm gonna keep going here. I'm gonna finish this recording and start the upload to YouTube, so y'all can say hello in the comments if you'd like. If y'all want to visit my new website where I sell some of my artworks, Catholic inspired, saints inspired. I'm gonna be uploading some Jesus and Mary soon. opuslilium.store, but you got to type the www because my domain is like weird like that, where it doesn't let me do the naked domain. It has to be www.opuslilium.store. I'm going to try to get that fixed, but as of right now, we need the www. Okay, I'm going to reduce the contrast a little bit. This looks pretty good. Now, in the background, I want to keep it very subtle, but I do want to add some contrast to those buildings. So over here, I'm going to grab that. We're going to make a little bit of a shadow here. Keep it desaturated. Don't want to draw too much attention. I'm just going to add a little contrast. Show some separation in the buildings. Don't want too much detail. And then I want flames in the back. We're so close to being done. You know what? Let's just finish. I think we can. I don't know if we can finish right now because I want flames in the back. But oftentimes, if I take too long, I get a little bit caught up in the details. I'm just gonna save this and take a fresh look at it in a little bit. So we'll stop here, but I think one more pass and then we'll be done. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Bye bye.